It's officially time to be in my Hobonichi for 2024. This year I will be doing a few things different than I did last year for my Hobonichi, but first, let's introduce some of the main players for this coming year. I went with the Sakura Blossom cover, and I also really liked this Opantsu Usaki. The Kita tape was really shiny, and I loved this print on the Hobonichi weeks. All of these things I got from directly ordering from the Hobonichi store with some friends. I've accumulated quite a bit of BTS, specifically J-Hope inspired stickers that I wanted to decorate to inspire me this year. Usually for the turn the page to a new year, I like to put a lot of my big goals and dreams for the year, as you can see from last year. I don't always achieve them, and it's been really disheartening. So this year, I'm keeping it simple and taking some things from the guidebook that I like to use to build my dreams for the year. This book was created by my mom, Deanne Ruff Sloan, and I love being able to choose a word for the year, a focus, a guide to help me get through the year. She creates a list of words you can choose from to help you focus and narrow down what feels right for the year. And last year my word was optimization. I usually write down what the word means to me and how I want to accomplish it throughout the year. This year my word is onward. I wanted to keep the word simple this year, and the word actually came to me much earlier than expected. The last month of 2023 was really hard, and I felt so stuck, and I couldn't move forward. And I was gifted this postcard and sticker to go along with it that encouraged me to move forward, to keep going, even when it's hard, even when I am filled with sadness, to let go of my thoughts, of the expected outcomes that I had hoped for, to just keep moving forward, onward, like the Disney movie, which is what many of my friends reference when I mention the word onward. What really helped this word stick for me is an affirmation coming from someone on TikTok that said, "Win while broken," which hit home for me because I have felt broken this past year. And so I took my giant sticky notes that I like to put on my wall, and I'm going to keep this quote with me throughout the year. So when I am feeling stuck and hurt and lost, I can reference back to it, putting it in places that I work and that I will see often throughout the day. Of course, when starting a new Hobonichi, I have to explore my washi tape collection and see what I would like to use in the book for this year. I have accumulated quite a few tapes so for this past year that I am going to be using in my months section. I usually am unsure of what to do with my months section, but this year I have enjoyed seeing people make bingo cards for their year, for their season, and I thought it was a perfect idea to put in my months section. So that way I'm using the pages for something that I would like to do. It's a great use for tracking the things that I'm interested in and giving myself tiny goals to achieve, to get excited about. And for this page, I am making myself a book bingo card. I love reading, and last year I was finding it to be a bit of a struggle to get through books. So I think having these small, achievable goals with the idea of being able to fill up a bingo card and gift myself a little something extra at the end of it is a perfect way of filling out my year and achieving those goals. Something I haven't done in a very long time is make a vision board. In the past, I didn't really see the point of them. It felt like I was throwing stones in the dark, just hoping something would come of it based off of the images I choose. This year, though, I am struggling to envision a future for myself, and I thought it would be a great way of pulling together images and putting them into a space to envision something more. Maybe even invite those things into my life in a way that feels good. I didn't have a goal for any of these specifically. I just chose things that seemed interesting or felt right, so that way I could have a better idea of what could be. I, of course, had to arrange them in a very aesthetically pleasing way, and I hope that this helps me in the future. Other things I will be including in my Hobonichi is the Lunar New Year forecast for the Year of the Dragon, and I will also be doing a 12 weeks of the year. This is just something that I do to check in with myself throughout the year and follow up with my goals. You can see some of the questions I like to ask myself here. As for my journaling practice, I will be trying out the artist way this year, giving myself space to scribble and fill in 3 pages in the morning or whenever I have the time and space to do it. Another thing I like to do is pull several tarot cards or oracle cards for the months, just to give me something to think about as I go through the time of the year. It's less of a prediction and more of a way of thinking about things differently. I hope this gives you a better idea of what you can do in your Hobonichi planner based off of what I like to do. And I hope that you too can have